Okay, welcome to this short tutorial slash overview of the wsimport tool that comes with Java. First things first, I want to apologise for the sound quality. I've not long moved house and I've actually not got all my stuff in here, so I'm actually using the inbuilt microphone on my rather old laptop running Ubuntu, which is quite nice. I'm quite enjoying this at the moment. I think it's a really good programming environment and all that kind of stuff. But anyway, so to crack on. This isn't going to give you too much information over about what a web service is. Maybe I'll do that in another video, but essentially if you are consuming a web service, and in this case we're going to be using the eBay web service, then quite often they publish a WSDL document, a WSDL document, which tells you how to interact with that web service, much like a programming interface. In the sense it publishes all the methods and the return types, so that your program can send requests and processes the responses from the web service and make sense of it all. And essentially what wsimport does is it generates a service endpoint interface for you. So it takes the WSDL document, it turns that into a set of Java files or class files, or compiled Java files, and takes a lot of the headache out of actually using these web services. So in a sense it actually becomes quite simple, but it's a process that, well, I don't know, maybe not many people have used, and I'm thinking of running eBay SDK tutorial series because there's not that much stuff out there beyond the eBay developer stuff, which isn't that, it's not that well documented actually. The sandbox is a little bit difficult to use, and I have to use eBay SDK in my sort of day-to-day work. So I'm hoping, you know, that there'll be a little bit of interest out there for that kind of tutorial. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the WSDL for the shopping API and generate the Java code from that using wsimport. So if you don't know anything about the eBay SDK, basically it's split over a lot of APIs depending on the kind of work you're trying to do. So there's like a finding API, which is geared towards finding items on eBay. There's a trading API, which is geared towards creating listings and actually selling on eBay. And there's a shopping API, which is geared towards actually doing what most people do with eBay, which is go on there and search for stuff and buy stuff. So what we need to do is find the WSDL, or the URL for the WSDL that eBay publishes for the shopping API. And the best way to do that is just do a Google search. API WSDL eBay. Try that, something like that. Right, okay, that is, I can see there that that there is, I'm pretty sure is the actual WSDL, yeah, .WSDL. So if you click on that, and when it loads up eventually, sorry it's a little bit slow, it's an old laptop and obviously I'm screen recording at the time, so things are going to be a little bit slow. And it might even crash. No, there it is. Okay, yeah, so basically the way this works for this particular API is this latest here, that ensures that you get the latest version of the WSDL. I'm pretty sure you can sort of like put a number there and that will give you that actual number. Obviously there isn't a version 522 of that particular API. So if I go back, I really wish I didn't do that now. Okay, so one of the other things you actually need for this is a installation of Java that actually works. So if you just open up a terminal, Control-Alt-T on Ubuntu, but however you want to do it on Windows, just open command window, type java-version, that will tell you that you've got Java. Obviously I've got official JDK installed on here, which I did not that long ago. I recommend using the official JDK don't think I use OpenJDK. Don't think I've ever really used it. I don't see the point, but there you go. So yeah, so what we need is installation of Java, Java home setup and all that kind of stuff, so you can call it from the command line. And wsimport just comes with the Java SDK. And we need this this URL here, the WSDL. As I was saying before, if you've got the latest, that means you're always compiling the latest. So if you're doing this, say in a year's time, and we're onto a new version, it won't matter. It will still be the same process. So if you just type wsimport, you get you can see the usage here. wsimport options, and then the URI of the WSDL, which we've just got. These are the various options here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to make sure we've got a home for our Java class. I need to already create this eBay folder. I'll delete that because it's already there. Okay, so if we just run wsimport with that URI, you'll see a load of errors flipping past the screen in a second. There we go. As it generates the files, as it parses it and finds errors. I don't think that's a particularly rare thing. I don't think these warnings are anything to really be too concerned about. There we go, generating code, compiling code. What I didn't do is I didn't navigate to my home, so this may end up here. Which is a bit of a shame. So yeah, what I should have done. Let's just delete that. And you can see it's just done there. So I need to navigate to my directory that I created, Java. There we go. Let's run that again. Blah blah blah. We see the errors go flying past the screen. My laptop's just kicked in because it's getting really hot because I'm making it work really hard. Generating code, there we go. So there you can see the eBay file created. Yeah, APIs. Are we quick enough? Come on, computer. There we go. So you can see there's Java files there. You've got class files. Just keep your eye on that. You can see all the Java files have just disappeared as we return. So basically what wsimport is doing there, it's looking at the WSDL, generating the Java files, the source files, then compiling it and then deleting the source files. Well, we don't want that. We actually want to incorporate that into our code so we can have a look at it. We want to have a poke around and see what it's actually doing at some point. So what we need to do is tell wsimport to keep the generated files. So if we go back here and have a look at the options we've got, you can see as you scan down, there we go, this is interesting, keep generating files. That's exactly what we want to do. Now if we just use keep on its own, all that's going to happen is going to produce the Java files, it's going to keep them, then it's going to compile them and produce the class files and keep them. It's all going to be in a big jumble in the same folder, which isn't very convenient for importing into your Java project. So what we really want to do is output the generated source files to a different directory. So if we scan down, we can see this here, -s directory, specify where to place generated source files. That's exactly what we want. And if you're quite sharp, you'll notice above it, it's got -quiet. Suppress wsimport output, so maybe we can use that as well, so we don't get all those errors. So there is just one thing to notice actually about this. Note, I don't think it actually creates the source folder. If the folder doesn't exist, I don't think it'll actually create it. So I want to put all mine in this source folder here. Actually delete that. We'll go up a level, delete that. New folder, we'll put it here, source. So we want all the Java files to go into that folder there. So I've already done wsimport, so let's keep it quiet. We want to keep the files. Source folder is there. Paste in the URI and we'll let that go. Have a look in here. You should see. So if we go inside, when the folder appears, then we know we've got our code files. There we go. So there's eBay, APIs, EBR-based components, and here's all our Java files. Now it's compiling the code. That's the only message we've got from wsimport. Not quite done its job, and then it's gone back to the command line, returned, and we've still got our Java files. And if we have a look in eBay, we see we've got this other folder, eBay, APIs, EBR-based components, and here's all the class files. So that's it basically. These Java files are what's going to let you access the eBay web service from within your own Java programs. And what I'm going to do is, in the next tutorial, I'm going to import that into a Java project in Eclipse, and we're going to start using some of the API calls, see if we can make some interesting things happen. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Keep up the coding.